れたものはいつか思い出すはずでしょう。消えた夢の影を探した寂しさの答え、儚さを愛触れてた風に流れて、僕は君を愛せていたか。少し気づくことが遅すぎ、だんすから消えてゆく明日さえも崩れ落ちてゆく。何もないここで一人きり、いつかまた最後の日を迎えられてみれ、また生まれ落ちた君が望む日を。
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to talk about an incident that took place at McDonald's at Eastpointe.
My mama is gone. It's not fair. It's not fair.
A heartbreaking scene in Eastpointe where a dispute between two co-workers ended in a deadly stabbing. How police say witnesses helped catch the suspect. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Rochelle Graham. That family is devastated after learning their mother was stabbed to death at a McDonald's, allegedly by one of her co-workers.
Where basically you have this woman, she was basically ranting and raving how she literally got laid off early from work.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
And this happened on like numerous occasions. She mentions that the manager, the 39-year-old who happens to be Jennifer Harris.
And it isn't funny at all. Like seriously, man, I got I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. Don't have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you.
That she has a slick mouth. She doesn't know how to treat people with respect and is on a power trip. And basically venting her anger in the video, how fed up she is.
She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's God, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused, so it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her.
How much tired she has to go through this, and people are just simply trying to make a living sound like they enjoy working there.
So all that animosity and that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me, I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative she's saying about, you know, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, you know, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't. Then one day she coming in there talking about some, yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids since this and that. Well, you know, telling us that, like, the f*** you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some, she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, you know, like, I'm like, what the f*** you telling me this for? Like, she thinks she's, like, trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some Give a f*** about you telling me about you pulling the gun on a kid. I don't that doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a f*** about her telling me about what the f*** she did. You know, and maybe that's why they always fighting her, to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened. The f*** out of here with that shit.
And after that outburst is that, I'm guessing her name's Rising Phoenix, as you see it in front of you. She decided to take it upon herself to literally stab the manager in broad daylight, by the cash register, where they're working. And then one of the people by the drive-thru, they were able to notice they had a gun. They shot a bullet up in the air to get her to stop, and that's when she decided to flee.
Well, Rochelle, emotions of utter disbelief from family members about what happened this morning to 39-year-old mother of 6, Jennifer Harris. Her daughters not only tell me that they're shocked by the fact that the suspect in this case is someone they've met before, a co-worker of their mother's, but also that this all happened at a place where their mother worked to provide for her 6 kids.
And obviously, eventually, she ended up getting arrested. Now, I can't really jump into conclusions of, obviously, we're fully aware of what transpired, but what may have been the cause. Again, from what I understand, is that this manager happened to be on a power trip. She was basically abusing her power and, letting people off early, talking behind their back, gossiping, lying and stuff. Always trying to make it seem like the people were below her, whoever was working with her.
My mama died trying to take care of us.
Layers of emotion poured out of Harris's oldest daughter as she tries to process losing her mother.
She was so good to everybody. A hard-working woman. My mama was even good to her.
Griffin talking about the suspect, a 26-year-old woman who she says met these kids before as one of her mom's co-workers before they'd know her as the person accused of killing their mother.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her.
And in a way, I can actually relate to that. Because again, this is one of these situations where a lot of people have a hard time coping within the workplace because of how toxic the environment is. And I've been through that.
I'm gonna try extremely hard to maintain my composure, and I mean extremely hard.
So the thing is, though, I can't assume whether what Rising Phoenix is telling the truth or not about the type of person that her manager is. But again, it would not surprise me. Again, you can judge based on the photo, but I don't have the answer for that, because if that was really the case, if she's going out of her way, dehumanizing people, laying them off early, and this was more than one occasion that she's been doing this. And Rising Phoenix realized that she probably felt it was not worth it to stick around with this manager. So
police say Harris, the manager during the shift, sent the suspect home following an argument. They claim the suspect returned from her car with a knife and mask and started attacking the victim. They say she only stopped when a customer at the drive-thru fired his gun in the air to stop the attack.
The suspect stopped stabbing the victim. She dropped the knife and started running away. The Good Samaritan actually showed courage by running after the suspect and was able to detain her until officers arrived.
It was only when they showed up for their later shifts that other employees learned why they wouldn't be working today.
I'm shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was devastated. I never would have thought something like this was going to happen there.
She literally went to the full extent and decided to take her life. And I don't really advocate it. As much as you hate the person, as much as that person is a scumbag, I feel that there's always other alternatives. Either try to get them fired, or expose them on social media. Maybe that's your best bet. Have someone who's a customer maybe record it if they notice, or unless you know somebody that has access to like cameras that's be able to show like the audio footage as well, what's being said and what's being done, where she's actually using her power to actually abuse employees.
That stank bitch!
But again, if that is the case, I would say that Jennifer Harris pretty much brought it upon herself, and she literally left 6 kids behind. And one thing I do want to add, you guys, because it does piss me off, I really don't feel sorry for instigators, and only if that is the case. The moment, because then the moment they start something and they keep doing it, and all of a sudden they'll be surprised when the person decides to retaliate. Now, there's all sorts of karma that can happen. It doesn't entirely have to be like taking somebody's life. It could be you being homeless, you losing your money, getting fired from your job, or someone taking action upon you and making you regret it based on what you said, or based on like the problems that you caused. So yeah, eventually, and I do believe eventually karma would catch up to you if you're caught up doing like stupid shit.
Until then, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.
And then thinking you're untouchable. That's one thing. That's one thing I do want to add, is that managers, although they may be in charge within the workplace, they do not have power like over the company, because the company itself, whoever owns the restaurant, whoever owns the business, they can decide to whether they want to get rid of the manager or not as well. So they are definitely not in power. But for now, if what Rising Phoenix, if it's not confirmed like what she's saying is true, then at the same time I have no choice but to feel sorry for Jennifer Harris. But if it isn't, then Jennifer Harris should have been the bigger person. She should act more mature and thought about her family. If she's really trying to keep up in this world, and she's trying to provide for 6 children or other family members, whoever's living in her household, I would say that's the main priority. And then sometimes you gotta be able to like keep people within the workplace to help be able to like bring more money within the cash register. But like the more people use, I feel like work actually becomes a lot more tougher. So it's like at the same time she's basically just ruining the reputation of McDonald's. Only if what Rising Phoenix is saying is true though. If she's going out of her way, like letting people off early, abusing their shifts, because at the end of the day, you guys, some people may not seem to realize it. She's literally stealing money from people. If she's really doing that, she's literally stealing money from her coworkers, stealing money from employees who are trying to make it out and basically be able to pay their expenses and bills, so they can have a chance at living and be able to go on with their life, be able to make as much money as they can in order to survive. So basically, if that is the case, Jennifer Harris is basically destroying her livelihood as well as others. But in this situation, it is very dreadful of what's come of it. If that's her reason why, as to what Rising Phoenix did. At the same time, it's like Jennifer Harris should have taken this opportunity to really think about her actions and not pretend like there aren't any repercussions, or like someone isn't going to retaliate against her, because she should have been thinking as a mother, and that her priorities always come first, and that's literally being able to take care of family and able to sort her livelihood. And the same thing is that all these players are trying to do the same thing, make a living and make it out alive in this world, because that's literally what it requires, is that you being at work almost on a daily, 5 days a week, who knows, even 7.
Obviously a lot of emotions and a lot of processing by family members today, but they do say they plan on creating a fund to raise money to provide for Harris's 6 kids. I'll update our story online with ways you can help as soon as I learn more from family.
I got sent home early yesterday.
I'll be honest with you guys, I really don't have sympathy for bullies, because one thing I do want to add is the fact that they won't target someone who's a challenge for them. They usually go after people who either are soft or just seem like an easy target. So if something were to come to them, whether they were to be like removed from this planet or they were to cease to exist, honestly, I would not shed a tear, because bullies are very cowardly and they always try to find the most vulnerable that they can pick on, simply because they're insecure, and not a lot of people want to even acknowledge them, and that's the only way they can get attention.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash!
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you
Call the police.
Get what you fucking deserve!
But overall, I feel like it's enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
I